is the fear of loss.
The fear of loss.
Fear of loss. And this is when a man loses maybe a job, loses a spouse, loses a marriage. Men have this deep fear within them that drives them. Like, for example, if a man loses a job or a business, they can almost run mad, literally, because they feel like they have lost themselves. So a lot of people operate under this fear. And many men have refused or denied themselves the opportunity even to go for their calling because they fear the losses that would accompany them.
What if it doesn't work?
What if it fails? What if it doesn't work? What if I go out and fail in front of them? So most people, and we can connect this with the fear of failure, have failed in life, have stagnated in life because of this one fear. The fear of failing, the fear of losing something. I don't know, maybe you can ask the viewers who has experienced this, but I know many that have gone through this have not been able to recover.
Yes.
Because what men do, they associate themselves with what they do. Men usually associate with work. They associate with family. They associate them with what they do. You can't define a man and separate what he does. You can't define me and not mention what I do, because me and work are intertwined. Because before God gave man a wife, he had given him work.
Yes.
So work comes as the top priority for men. And they feel themselves, they gain their self-confidence from what they do. And you'll find that the most confident men in the world are those that are doing what they were built to do. Even if it doesn't earn much, you'll be scared by their level of confidence because they feel alive. But now, what happens if someone like that loses what they have?
Does that mean that many men right now, possibly, there are some men watching us right now, they fear starting a business, yet they know they have a calling to be entrepreneurs?
They actually feel it.
They feel it. The grace is there.
Some of them have it even written.
They have a vision.
Yes.
Which is very clear. They have the grace to do business. But they are still holding up to that position in the government offices. And you know what they are saying? That my work is permanent and pensionable. Wanasemaga PNP.
PNP, yes.
But I want you to know that there's nothing permanent in this world.
Nothing.
Even permanent secretaries were fired.
Absolutely.
So you better conquer that fear. What if you make it? Don't just ask what if I fail.
Don't look at the negative.
Yes.
Look at the positive.
What if you step out into ministry and do what God have called you to and succeed?
And succeed.
You know, what if you go to that government office and demand for that contract or that tender?
And you get it.
You try and you get it?
And you get it.
That will be the genesis of your breakthrough. So sometimes you must face what is facing you. The destiny of a man is defined by when he chooses to face what is facing him.
It is said that what you can't undress, you cannot address.
Okay.
So you keep avoiding undressing that thing that you keep fearing, then you will never overcome it. So the best thing is to actually found that the thing that you fear most sometimes is the best thing for you to do.
Wow.
That time when you feel like jumping and you fear most jumping is the right time to take the jump. That's the best time to take the jump. Because at that time what you are demonstrating is faith over fear.
Oh yes, okay.
Courage over fear. So it is the fear is still present.
Wow.
But you go on anyway.
Actually, someone said that fear, that courage is acting with fear.
Yeah, it's just taking the action even in the presence of the fear.
Fear of failure.
Fear of failure. It has taken so many down. So many people will visit my office, they show me their business plans. Someone has been sleeping on a business plan for 10 years. Someone has a vision, but they will never step out of employment or even try it because they fear failing. Wow. They fear being accused of a failure. But you know, this is what I would want to say.
Yes.
Thomas Edison, the one who discovered the light bulb,
Yes.
he failed 1,001 times before he discovered.
Wow.
Failure is a part of success. It's
part of success.
Is an ingredient of success.
So you cannot run away from failure.
You cannot run away from it.
Yes.
What you do,
But you can learn from it.
You can learn from it, and you can manage it.
Wow.
You can calculate the risk. You reduce the factors that makes the risk too intense for you.
Yes.
Then you go for it. Failure is part of success. And there's no success story that doesn't come with failure. And if it gets there without failure, then it cannot sustain that position.
Wow.
Because in failure is where we learn.
Yes.
In failure is how you learn how something cannot be done. So, for example, for Thomas Edison, he learned 1,000 ways that you cannot make a light bulb.
Yes. Yes.
So eventually he found the right way to do it. So any man who has failed before knows the path you should not take.
Can you look at this camera and talk to a man who has failed in business and he feel miserable? He feel good for nothing?
Yes.
He has sunk money, family money.
Yes.
Maybe they secured a loan, it did not work. And that man is watching us right now, feeling very desperate. He don't feel like he deserves another chance. Talk to that man.
You see, my friend, failure, as we have said, is an event, number one. Failure is not a person. You right there, you are not a failure. It's an event that occurred to you. But if you stayed down just because you fell down, then you have allowed failure to become your definition. Any man who chooses to stand up after failure, the Bible says a righteous man falls 7 times, but 7 times he still stands. So it doesn't matter what you have failed in before, be it a business, be it a calling, be it whatever that you feel you have failed in before. That's not the end. It's just a lesson that you have learned. What you need is to sit down, analyze what you did wrong. Learn, convert the failure or the mistake into an insight, and then step on that insight to get you to where you are going. So don't give up on that dream. Don't give up on that calling. The opportunity is still available. So long as you are alive, God is yet to finish with you. Don't discount don't put yourself out. Don't count